Hey everybody, some of you have been following me on Facebook and also on Instagram, and I've been making cards using alcohol ink. So I thought I would show you a really simple card to make, and I'm only going to use two colors. This is Glossy Cardstock, and this is a piece of chipboard, and you can tell I've already been using this. So I'm going to use Pinata, Gold, and this is Tim Holtz bottle, and the green does not need to be shaken up. And this is an applicator by Tim Holtz, and this is felt, and I just want some green. I'm only going to use two colors on this one, and I don't want the color too dark because I'm going to stamp over top of it. If I wanted it dark, I wouldn't use much blending solution. But this is alcohol blending solution, also by Tim Holtz and Ranger Industries. So, and then I'm going to put the blending solution over top, and then I'm just going to pounce like this over top of my glossy cardstock. Now you have to use a glossy surface for this. And glossy cardstock or Yupo paper is what you would want to use if you're going to use it for cards. The Yupo paper is more expensive, but you can do more techniques with it. And this dries very quickly, but you can see that the colors kind of blended together. They didn't leave splotches. I have some others here. This is a pink one. See, this one left more like a dot. The number of colors you use, the number or the amount of solution you use, all gives different textures. This one I dropped the alcohol ink directly onto the paper. So this one I used 4 different colors. So I'm gonna go back over top of this just a little bit more, and mostly on the outside because what I'm gonna stamp is right in the middle. And then the gold does need to be shaked up. Is that correct? And then I'm gonna add about 5 drops, and I can do it right over top of this green. There we have 5 drops, and I'm only gonna go around the outside because the ink does not take, the ink that I'm gonna use to stamp the image does not take to the gold very well. And I just want to get it fairly even. You know, it's darker on the one side than it is the other. So I just want to get it evened up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to set my ink aside. And to stamp on glossy cardstock, you need Stays On ink. This is jet black. Regular ink does not stamp on glossy cardstock very well. And I have a stamp here that says Peace on Earth. It's from Stampendous. And I'm going to stamp or do the ink to the stamp instead of, you could also do it this way if you like to do it that way. I just have gotten used to doing it this way and I kind of like it. I just want to ink it up really good. And I want to make sure that I'm directly over top and in the center, and you don't want to push too hard or your stamp will slide and make a huge smudgy mess. And I've pressed firmly. There we go. And with Stays On ink, you need to clean your stamps right away. So I'm using a baby wipe, and Stays On ink does stain. So you can see that you can see how it has stained the stamp, but that's fine. It won't bother it. I'm just using a baby wipe, but if the ink had stayed on there for any amount of time, I would need to use Stays On stamp cleaner. There we go. That's pretty good. Throw the baby wipe away. And that quickly See, you can see this is dry. I mean, it took no time at all. And the Stays On is probably not quite dry yet, so I'm going to give it a couple minutes and set that aside. And okay, here I have the parts to my card. I have a white cardstock base. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper cut in half. And I'm going to double mat this. So this is like a gold color, like a matte gold. And I have an Easy Runner adhesive. This is a very basic card. You can see it didn't take me very long at all. Center that up. And I love to mat or even double mat on my cards. It really makes them stand out and gives them a really professional look. Now, I did not seal this with anything. If I was going to frame it, or if I was going to send it to someone, you know, just like this as a gift for them to frame, or if I was going to mat it, I would seal it with Krylon Carmar. But because it's just going to be a card, you know, it's not going to see any wear and tear or anything. It'll be fine like it is. It's not going to be handled that much. And this is ready. And that's all there. That the gold is a little tiny bit tacky, but it's not smearing and it's not coming off of my fingers. So there you go. There's a really easy card. I think I might make a few more of these. I might try a dark red and maybe do one with red, green, and the gold combined. I just need to make sure that I don't get the center of my card too dark, or it will be difficult to see the stamp. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.